Hello, everyone. We begin tonight with a setback in the Trump administration's deportation efforts. A judge this weekend blocked the deportation of hundreds of unaccompanied migrant children to Guatemala after lawyers notified the court the children were being loaded onto planes. Now, immigration reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins me now to explain. If you could just start off by explaining to our viewers, what was the attempt here from the administration and how does this ruling change the plan?
Sure, Jerika. On Sunday, immigration officials tried to deport 76 unaccompanied migrant children to Guatemala until that effort, as you underscored, was stopped by this judge in Washington, D.C., literally as the children were sitting on the planes in Texas. The Trump administration, Jerika, is arguing that these were not actual deportations, that they were technically trying to reunite these children with relatives in Guatemala, and that the Guatemalan government had requested the return of these unaccompanied minors.
What is the Guatemalan government saying in response?
The Guatemalan government did say that it told the U.S. it would accept 150 unaccompanied minors on a weekly basis if, importantly, they agreed to voluntarily return to Guatemala. But attorneys for the children are disputing that the children wanted to go back to their native country, saying that many of them had pending immigration cases in the U.S. that had not been fully adjudicated, that some of them actually had concerns about being persecuted or abused in Guatemala and did not want to go back there, and that their legal rights were being violated.
So that was some of the response from the lawyers. What about some of the advocates and others that I know you've been on the phone with and speaking to about this?
Sure. And just to clarify, Jerika, there is a process for the U.S. government to deport migrant children. After all, they are technically here in violation of federal immigration law. But one of the attorneys in this case told me this process was not followed. Let's take a listen.
The government's actions, in essence, was an effort to strip them of the constitutional rights and their rights before the law. Now, let me just specify how insidious this is. Some of these kids actually had court dates. All of a sudden, all of these court dates disappeared from the system.
The attorney also said that some of the children's parents in Guatemala had not actually requested that their children be returned to them to their native country.
So a lot of questions remain. But for now, these children are not going back.
They're now on U.S. soil and in U.S. government custody.
Okay. Camilo, thank you so much.